Sanbonani guys, welcome back to yet another video, and we are speaking about the latest episode of Sibongile and the Dlaminis. Now we know last week guys the episode ended with Ujabu. We know Ujabu has an operation Kuluza the Dlaminis, and it was in motion from last week. So this week, this episode starts off with Uvusi. He is at the office and he is having a conversation with Ujabu. Listen, Uvusi is angry. He is just furious, also furious at Ujabu of how things are like this. So Uvusi is basically like, how could something like this happen? Do you know how much money we will lose? We're losing a client in any, but basically going on. Ujabu tries to calm down Uvusi and he tells him, like, sit down, let us figure this out together. I'm sure we're going to get to a solution. And in any, Uvusi is not hearing any of that. Uvusi is like, Njani, like, how are we going to figure out a solution? And how are you telling me I must calm down? Like, Jabu, do you even care about what's going on here? Ujabu looks at Uvusi like, Njani manje, like, how are you asking me if I even care about what's going on? Am I not the one sitting here trying to help you find a solution? Jabu goes on to say basically that it's not his fault because inkampani yakhe is the middleman. Yena indamela yenze or inkampani yakhe does is they take ama details from Uvusi from the Sibongile holdings company and they pass it on to the client or something like that. So Ujabu was basically saying he doesn't deal with orders, he does not handle orders. So basically Ujabu is saying to Uvusi Mobuzu like, how did this happen? Mina, like, how should I know? Because minum sebenzi wami of being the middleman ngwenzile. So ngaphandle kwalokho, like, I don't know like what's going on. Vusi says, so you blaming me, you blaming me in all of this because you basically said what you when I was in. So Chab was like, I didn't say that. Like, I'm not trying to say that. All I'm saying to you, when you're trying to point fingers at me, just know that 3 fingers are pointing back at you. Anyway, that's what he says. And then Vusi just looks at him and he's like, yes, it's fine. I'm going to do this on my own. I'm going to follow it up and I'm going to get answers. Like, I'm going to make sure I get to the end of this. This is what Uvusi says. Ujabu goes on to say, Puti, like, you the right person. You will get to the end of this because I'm just like, Jabu's making it seem as if he's on their side and whatnot, but I guess he has to. It's part of the plan. But I'm just like, Vusi, right in front of you, you're not seeing anything. I get, guys. So we see another scene where Usamke, guys, she is at Umbali's grave. And she's having a conversation with Umbalu. Ukuzwayo, that time, like, there's other guys that are doing some work, so he was coming to check up on those guys. And then he saw Usamke, so he decided to come and greet Usamke. But when he came closer to Usamke is having a conversation with Umbali, and Usamke is basically saying, Yazi Mbali Lisa, like, you'd still be alive if I didn't take you to Lesa Sangoma, Nabiapila, Namanje, Izanda Zam Zikwelikazi. And yeah, basically, outpouring her heart to Umban. Ukuzwa, at that time, he's standing behind her and he's eavesdropping. I'm like, that is so rude. But anyway, I am just asking myself now, because when I saw that, I was just like, whoa, Samke. I don't know if Kuzwayo is the best person to know this type of information, guys, because Ukuzwayo can be 2 ways. Either he can manipulate Usamke with this information, or either he can go to Unchangase and tell Uvuma everything about what he heard Usamke sing. Later on, we see Ukuzwayo coming to Usamke's shop and basically having a conversation with Usamke. And he asks Usamke, Samke kanti kahle who killed Umbali? Banobulala Umbali. I'm just like, Ukuzwayo, like, utandindaba, like, you're not even afraid to say what you, like, you were listening in on someone's conversation. Of course, Usamke looks at him in a weird way of like, why were you listening to my conversation? Ukuzayo goes on to explain that I was not listening to your conversation. I was basically just coming to say hi, and that's when I heard you say what. So he's asking Utimbali, like, Samke, Banobula Lumbali, is there someone who's responsible for her death? Later on, we see them still continuing the conversation, and Ukuzwayo is basically suggesting to Usamke Uchupuma na lendaba come out and point out the Sangwama who killed Umbali, so that now we're like you can free yourself from the guilt that you're feeling, because this is not your fault. You are also a victim of what the Sangwama gave Umbali. So come out and tell people the truth. Usamke, guys, she's hesitant because she feels like people are going to say unesandla in Mbali's death. I just feel like, guys, izinto zakudala, and I feel like it should stay there. Angazi ukuthi why Ukuzwayo is pushing for Usamke to come out in the open about that. Anyway, we see Ujabu, he's on the phone, guys, with the client, the same client that they're basically in Amon, that they're having problems with. That says Uti, Yena, he wants to sue the Sibalkulus for making such a mistake with Iota like. So he's speaking on the phone with the client. Basically, this conversation Ujabu's having, he is basically securing his position as Ichen Exciting. He's securing that the customer and Jen Exciting is still fine together in their dealings, while the customer is more than welcome to do whatever they want with the Sibalkulu. Because the customer says, or the client said somewhere, Amon says somewhere that, you know what, I wanna sue the Sibalkulus for my time and whatnot. And Uchabu goes on to say, well, sir, you are well within your rights, but I just want you to know that Jen Exciting has nothing to do with this, and we will fully embrace you. Jen Exciting in basically speaking high of his company, and basically it's like he is sharing the customer to go ahead and sue the Subalkulus. I get, guys, I'm just like, while he's rounding off that conversation, Uchabu's sister walks in. Jabu's sister walks in with a smile and she's like, yo, you look like you're in a good mood. Do you have like Nandi na? Jabu says, yeah, like my sister, everything is going well. He goes on to say, "Uthi plan lami ukunikeza lesi slima esinguvusi ama-design are-wrong was perfect because I knew very well that uvusi would not check those designs." Yeah, guys, yambona ke uvusi. So Jabu saying, I knew I made a mistake or I put incorrect details of the designs on purpose because I knew Uvusi would not check those designs. So manje siswami, everything is going well. Usiswa Jabu is like, yoga lula nje, like, if that was easy. Ujabu's like, now start dealing with phase one. Phase one is done. It's time for us to implement phase two now. Yeah, guys, I can... We see Uqiniso is making breakfast for Uvelepi. Velepi sitting there while there's a whole lot of breakfast. It's your fruit salad, ngalana, your bacon, your eggs. Uqiniso is like, yabona nganyamu bayiselep, uchu unjani. Melugu unje. You must eat quality, ukuzoba rich, enzela uzoba namandla, mawenza amavidiyo, in basically, yeah, saying that. So while they're eating anjalo, Uqiniso gets a SMS, guys, and that SMS reads, if you don't pay up the money by today, we are going to break your bones. I akhohlele ke Uqiniso because obviously this is making him panic. Uvelepi says, how baba, yini inkinga na i-juice, phuza i-juice, alrighty. Mrs. like, yeah, ngani yami get right, but Uvelepi, obviously she's an adult, she can see ukuthi ayekho right lo muntu. And then she asks ukuthi yini inkinga baba, like, alright yini inkinga. So Qiniso goes on to say ukuthi ngisanda ukuthola i-email from the hospital. They are suspecting ukuthi I have internal bleeding and it's done some damage, so bafuna ukwenza ama-x-ray. Kodwa inkinga ukuthi obviously ama-x-ray nama-in abafuna ukwenza idinga imali. So Qiniso goes on to say ukuthi ingane yami ngizodinga, like I'm going to need your help, and I know I thought I wouldn't do this, but isimo esingibeka lana ukuthi ngicele like ask of your help. Vele says ukuthi hayi baba akunankinga, like sosikhokhela isibhedlela nginemali futhi credit card yami isanda kungena isanda kufika, so khuleka nje, you are sorted. Hey guys, I'm not uvelephi kanti things have been going so well. Sell a credit card uvelephi guys. Then Qiniso gets happy at ngiyabona nganganyami in I'm so blessed to have you. What. Then we see another conversation happening between Uchabu and Uvusi. Now it's like they're having a follow-up conversation from the first conversation. So Uchabu goes on to say, Uvusi asks kuhamba njani, like, did you call the client? How is it going? Uchabu goes on to say, akuhambanga kahle. That client akafuna ukuzwa next, the client doesn't want to hear nothing. Uvusi is like, how kanjani? Like, no, it's not possible. Like, we can fix this. It's just wrong designs. We can just send them the correct designs at no cost. Uchabu is like, just leave it as it is because the customer is very angry. Uvusi goes on to say, no, I will call the clients myself and I will tell them that I will reimburse, that I will get the right designs. And Uchabu goes on to say, ungamfoneli. Obviously, ungamfoneli because he knows that Uvusi is capable. Uvusi is good at his job, guys. Let's not lie. Uchabu knows that Uvusi does have the capability of convincing the client, but obviously Uchabu does not want Uvusi to be in contact with the client because he doesn't want anything to go well. Uchabu acebisa Uvusi ukuthi mina sengicabanga ukuthi uyiyekele lento, just leave it because already client liphoxakele, they don't trust us, so there's no business we can do with this client, just leave it as it is. Yeah, guys, I'm just like, Vusili, and at this point, I'm just like, you're still taking someone's word, whereas you guys are in a deep situation. You should be doing those phone calls, Vusi, not Uchabu. Anyway, we see Uvusi having a conversation with Unjengaye, and Uvusi is basically saying to Unjengaye, which Uchababa alboni lokhu, ukuthi Uchabu got close to me, enzela sabotage. Basically, he's saying, this Jabu's responsible for everything that's going on here. Jengaya looks at Uvusi and is like, instead of utate irresponsibility lana, like you're accusing Uchabu. That company checked out in every way. Jengai is saying to Uvusi, that company checked out in every way. So why would Uchabu sabotage you? Basically, Jengai is saying, remember, Uchabu does benefit from ubudlelwane between the client and Sibongile. So he's saying that why would Uchabu sabotage you if the client decided to cancel any sort of relationship with us holistically. Remember Chabu made a phone call, was thethelela yena nenkampani yakhe. So Njengaya obviously does not know that. Uvusi goes on to say, Baba, Chabu is the one that approved the designs. Chabu is the one that basically was in charge of the shipments. And now ublema mina, whereas Chabu was the one who was busy with everything. Peteni comes in while Unjengaye and Uvusi are having a conversation. And Peteni is like, Yin manje ni bangani. Vusi goes on to say, Ma, Chabu, usitayisile. So Upeten goes on to say, oh please, your father has been going on about Uchabu. We have an important celebration. This is our big moment and I have a lot to do. Jengai goes on to say, let me see that there's a lot to do besides this celebration that you're talking about. Like, when will Uvusi stop ruining the company? When will he start running the company? Every time njalo nje uvusi yini kanti ngalomfana nekhanda lakhe liqinile. Peteni is like, ay gazibawufuze bani, like in a sarcastic way to say ukuthi niyazifanela nina noyithu, that's why ningazwani ke. So anyway, uNokuzana goes on to say, uVusi goes on to say, ukuthi, ma, mina ngivumelana nobaba. I think let's postpone this event. Let's postpone it. We have bigger problems. Petseni goes on to say, no, this is a very big event. Phela ngimeme the whole Durban Lonke is coming to this event, so we cannot afford to postpone it. So anyway, Vusi goes on to say, we really can't have this event because the Egyptians are gonna sue us. Yeah. Unjelai just gets angry and it's like, Vusi Yazi, to run a project, you need to pay attention to details. And he's right. Like, how did Vusi give Uchabi something to sign off without double checking it? So Njenga is like, you need to pay attention to details when like you don't have leadership skills in you. Like you were given one project and then why Marsha, one project Nje. Vusi is left to say nothing because, yay, guys, like, good bad. Then we see another scene, guys, where Uvelepi, Ukainiso decides to host like a farewell for Uvelepi. He blindfolds her and is like, tada! And she's like, oh, Baba Yin Logu, like, and Ukainiso says, I know that you never got to have a matric farewell, so this is your matric dance. That's why he decorated the place, Nama balloon, guys, food there, like something cute. Uvelepi was so happy, you guys. We see them having a father-daughter dance. They're basically just enjoying themselves. But we see a later scene where now Uvelepi is in the same house. Guys, she invited people. Here people are drinking. So Uvele, her friends, abangan ba Velepi are like, Yomgani, like your father really loves you and whatnot. Velepi goes on to explain with the Pelu Baba, he had a farewell for me today. And I thought, let me not let this decoration go to waste. Because ubaba uyasibhedlela uhambe nama-suitcase wakhe, so akazubuya manje. He's not going to come back anytime soon because they need to do ama-X-ray and whatnot. So I thought, let me invite abantu. Sijabulele ube mnandi-ke. Omunye umngane wakhe athe mngane yazi kusemasaba phin lana. Don't you think we should decrease music because you know people balana ukuthi bayathanda ucomplaina. Uvelepi is like, hayi kahle indawo aqiniso lena akunamuntu ozositshela lutho. Guys, kuyagroova laphayana atfule amabhodlela. Then next thing kungena onogada securities. Bayangena guys athi hey wenzakalani lana, like what's going on? Nini bangumsindo. Then Uvelepi niyamazi ka Uvelepi ukuthi Uvelepi got attitude. She comes in, she's like, hey Nina, like who gave you guys the right to just come in like that? Those security guards say ukuthi kukabhoda lana umphathi wethu, so we are the ones that are in charge of taking care of this whole place. And umsindo is not allowed here. Uvelepi goes on to say, but like this is his place. Those security guards goes on to say, he was hired to take care of this place. The one security guard says, Mbopeni. So they arrest Uvelepi. Guys, while they're arresting Uvelepi, abangan baike of busy taking videos of her by recorder, and Uvelepi is just like, aniegen shoot. And that's that. We see Usangweni seeing this, watching this video, which means this video went viral. And Usangweni shows Uvuma, but Uvuma, it looks like Uvuma walks away to go and rescue Uvelepi. And I'm just like, that time, guys, so remember he left nama credit card, he left nama suitcase. Ushuguti, I don't know, but we'll see what's going to happen. Lastly, guys, we see Unjengaya. It looks like Unjengaya has invited Uchabu to come and have a drink with him. Manje Njengaye says to Uvusi solo, like I've got accusations that I've been hearing here, but I don't have no proof to them. I heard that you were the ones who actually signed off the designs, which happened to be the wrong designs, which happened to put us in this situation. Unjengayo goes on to say, Futi, I have been doing an investigation and I have a feeling that Mina nawe, we've got history. He goes on to ask Uchabu, I'll pull it up, or like, aren't you from Ethiopia? phela thina besine-factory eqobo years back, and lesi sibongo sakho Mazibuko, there was someone who was working in that company that had that surname. Unjengayo goes on to say ukuthi uyamazi uncedisi Mazibuko. Jabu now you can see he's uncomfortable, but he's not about to unveil his plan like that. He goes on to say ukuthi mina ubaba wami was a teacher, and lesisibongo like it's very common, so baningi abantu that are using this surname Mazibuko. Jenaya looks at him and is like, are you sure you don't have a family member with that name? Then anyway, Unjengayo goes on to say, Mina, I know a lot of people and I feel like me and you have a connection, or maybe ngiphazamile. But you can see Unjengaye guys uphezwayo. Jengaye figured it out so quickly. And I'm not surprised because I mean Unjengaye, he has the experience, but I have a feeling that Ujabu's plan is about to blow up in his face, because I think that Unjengayo has kind of clocked who Ujabu really is. Anyway, guys, that is the recap of the latest episode. Tell me your thoughts on it. Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge, and I'll see you guys in the next one.